Hi, my name is John Platero, and I'm from the National Council for Certified Personal Trainers. I call this total body tune-up, and here's why. As we get older, we start losing extensibility in our tissue and range of motion in our joints. That can also happen when we're younger just by being sedentary or by performing a certain or being in a certain position for long periods of time. So this is a little thing I call total body tune-up to kind of restore extensibility and range of motion to your joints. You've probably seen most of this before, but there's a mindset that you're going to be doing that's a little bit different. The only thing that is going to be a little odd is you're going to do some stuff I call longitudinal rotation stretching. So you're going to be stretching kind of down the long axis of the body like this. And the reason for this is, if you think about it, gravity's pulling us straight down, but we're moving horizontal to gravity. So that means, you have these three axes of motion: sagittal, frontal, and transverse. So I know it's a little scientific, but what happens is when you swing your leg, there's an axis this way. That's the way your leg moves, an axis. Okay, when your foot hits, there's now an axis down the limb, and that looks like this. The ankle goes like this, the knee goes like that, and the hip goes like this. So there's longitudinal rotation as you come across your ankle, or you move your weight this way. So the way we're kind of fighting gravity, because we should only be able to move up and down. If gravity's pull us down, we should only be able to resist it, right? But we're locomoting at 90 degrees to gravity. So this stuff has to happen. So we're just going to make sure that we work through those ranges of motion, which is going to be a little different for you. When we do all of this stretching, this is not like lifting weights or trying to do a sprint faster. You're not trying to lift heavier weights. You're not trying to go into a range of motion that you don't really have. So it's not about stretching. It's just about maintaining range of motion that you have. Hopefully it's healthy. If it's not, it'll help you get back to a healthy range of motion. So when we do it, we're not thinking with the mindset of, go harder, more intense, heavier. And an example that'll kind of make it clear is, for example, like I said, your fingers have longitudinal rotation too. Right? So that means these fingers, in order to do this and this and this, have to be able to do this slightly. So just because they can do that doesn't mean I would hang like a 20-pound weight from it and resist that and try and get my finger to twist even more than normal ranges of motion. Okay? So this total body tune-up starts with the head. So whenever you do it, you have to get your body in alignment, get the shoulders level, get your head up, your chest up, your hands at your side, your pelvis not tucked or totally stuck out somewhere in neutral, your feet straight ahead, your knees over your toes, or pointing over your toes, okay? So you start like that, and then you move through ranges of motion of your head. So forward and backwards. You can go slightly backwards, forward, and slightly backwards. And you're moving it. This isn't stretching, it's a tune-up, remember? Okay, so forward and backwards. You can do that as many times as you want, 20 times, but always in good posture. Then side to side. And as you do it, you'll feel a little stretch on each side of your neck. It's your upper trapezius, your levator scapula. Not so much levator, but your scalenes. Okay? So you've gone forward and then side to side. Now you go towards your armpit. And then a little bit back. A little bit. Just almost really just back to neutral. Or here and then back to neutral. Here and then back to neutral. I just don't want you to go all the way back like that, because there's an artery back there. Okay? So then you go towards the other armpit. Okay? And then just move your head around a little bit. Mine makes a lot of noise. Okay? Always with good posture, not caving in. Okay, now from the head you move to the shoulders. And what we're going to do, this is where we're going to start some reaching. So you're kind of reaching straight above your head, and you're trying to reach so high that your torso here gets thinner and thinner. And you're reaching up, trying to make yourself thinner and thinner. And then you relax a little bit. Relax my joints here, you'll see. And now you bring your thumbs in and your thumbs out. This is the longitudinal rotation that I was talking about. So, but this is what's important. So my thumbs are going in, my fingers are going out, but I'm doing this up here, so it looks like this. Okay? So we went straight up, right? So now we're going to go out to the side, like a big V. And again, you're lifting up and you're stretching, trying to make yourself long and thin. Right? Your fingers are out reaching and you're bringing your arms straight back so they're horizontal, a little bit past your body. Okay? You're stretching all this stretch, this pec and your abdominals and somewhat your lat a little bit. Okay, now you relax a little bit and then you bring your thumbs in and thumbs out. So you're thinking inside this joint, there's longitudinal rotation. You're just making sure that it can do that. And there's no cracking or popping. If it is, you have to slow it down. Okay, relax. Get back to good posture. And you reach outwards, straight out like a cross, but you got to lift up. Make your torso as thin as you can. And then make believe you're getting stretched apart. Then relax a little bit and do your longitudinal rotation. Thinking inside the joint, getting those ligaments and everything to move smoothly. Okay? Now come down, keep good posture. Now we're going into like a reverse V. Right? The exact opposite of what you did above your head. But always lift up and reach back. So now you're squeezing all the muscles in the back, and the mid-trap, and the rhomboids, and the lats, and the posterior delt. All that stuff's being tightened, and everything in front is being stretched. Then kind of relax in the joint a little bit, and then again, longitudinal rotation. Longitudinal rotation. Feels really good. Okay, then lift up. Last but not least, you're going straight back, but lift up. You're an ornament on the hood of a car. And again, you're stretching out your chest. Right? Don't jut your head forward. Just keep your head going up. Okay? Then relax the joint a little bit. Rotate in, rotate out. Rotate in, rotate out. Okay, now spread your feet kind of shoulder width, and then think like you're swimming. Right? And you'll notice I can rotate. I'm letting my knees go. My butt's kind of out. And I'm just swimming. Letting my torso rotate this way. Right? Longitudinal. Like if there was an axis through me, it's spinning around that axis. So, right? And then backwards. And you can start real slow if you have pain or something like that, or you can bring the circle smaller. Right? You can start this much and then slowly go higher. Right? Okay? Then you're going to go through these ranges of motions, like make a goalpost. And then you're going to make believe there's an axis running longitudinally down this humerus. And you're going to go internal rotation, external, internal, external. Always lifting up, good posture. Internal, external. Then bring it down to where you're like at about 45 degrees. Internal, external, internal, external, internal, external. Then down to your side, 90 degrees, external, external, internal, external. So you kind of move through this range of motion, nice and controlled. This isn't about going fast. Just keeping the tissue extensible, and your muscles able to move, and the joints able to move smoothly. Okay? Now you could go to wrists and fingers if you want to. Okay? Stretching your fingers. You don't necessarily need to crack them, but you can stretch them. Okay, now from here, we'll go to getting the spine warm up. So these are things you've seen before. Just a squat with your hands out and back.